Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it seems today that we're coming across a bit of scammers, or I say racists, and trying to use the BLM as a grift to try to get some money from the police department, and the lawyer was with it. We don't know if the lawyer was actually involved, or I would say involved, but if he knew of the video. So, that being said, I think this is the whole reason why we have problem with the BLM movement, and the reason why racism is such a bad problem, thanks to the Democrats, is that this is going on, and people are now using this to their advantage. They're now using it to where they will blame somebody for anything or use white privilege. Except this time it's being used for the police department, because police departments are always bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that the police departments, a lot of our police departments, need some type of, I would say, update. Some type of way to where it's not as fucked, right? Because I would say that there's some reform that needs to happen. Now, this is a difference compared to defunding, right? When we want to defund, it doesn't do anything. It just harms everybody involved. But if we do some type of police reform to where we put in certain laws and certain things to where it makes to where police can't act out like a complete absolute lunatics, then that might be actually better. I understand that we do need police. This is not up for discussion. If we don't have police, then we go back to the olden days to where everybody defends themselves, and everybody would need to have guns to defend themselves from crime. So the police do need to be there for ramifications and stuff like that. So I understand the use of it. But I do understand that police go way out of their bounds, and it is not good. But this one, we can't really blame the police for this on this one. We can blame it all 100% on the Democrats trying to spout what BLM is and all the damage that BLM has done. Because this guy explains everything. Take a look.
Samuel McCray says Detroit police officers did this.
Picking up off the ground, slamming.
McCray and his attorney, Maurice Davis, told Fox 2 Thursday it happened 2 days before at this gas station at Telegraph and 7 Mile. Cops called there for a fight between McCray and another guy. But the attorney says that fight did not cause the injuries.
But none of the scars that you see were from any other individual attacking him. Everything that you see visibly on his face comes as a result of what the officers did to him.
Our officers did nothing wrong in this instance. Absolutely nothing wrong.
And in this case, Chief James White came with receipts. Start with this one, a still image from officer body-worn cameras that show how McCray's face looked right when officers arrived.
The moment the officers arrive, you can see that the complainant has already been assaulted.
For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes, and violently assaulted.
A sample of that fight here, even a kick to the face by McCray's sister's boyfriend. The chief says McCray antagonizes on and off for about 10 minutes before officers are called.
So when the officers arrive, they are witnessing an assault. That's an arrestable offense, right? That's at the very least, it's an A and B in the officer's presence, which they can arrest for immediately.
And that right there is why Chief says they attempted to cuff McCray, even calling this a textbook arrest, lowering him to the ground as he actively resisted, then again on his stomach, but his face doesn't hit the ground. Chief says doesn't quite match the dramatic body slam McCray and his attorney described.
For an attorney to use this circumstance and to try to capitalize on the emotions of a community, it's just improper. I think it's shameful. I really do.
No one ended up getting charged here. Now that attorney, Maurice Davis, says he never saw this video and he hasn't formally filed suit. It'll be interesting to see if he ends up filing after the video we just showed you. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, and here we have it again, to where, again, they have to lie, there's video camera of this, and what have you, and yeah. Here's what I would say that needs to happen to a lot of the police departments and whatnot. I think that body cams should 100% be, I would say, on all the different situations. I would even go as far as to say that video cameras that are in malls, that should be at least 1080p in quality, at the very least, they're not expensive, guys. They're really not expensive. Like, you can go out and go buy like a bloody webcam for that's like mine for like 60-80 bucks. Like, it's not difficult to get something like this. And if you have to spend a little bit more to get a high quality camera to get actual visuals and stuff like that, then do it, because this helps the police in the long run. I would say that all stores should be able to have to do this in order to correctly do this, because it was a bit blurry on that end. But yes, but for police officers, they should always have a body cam, and they should always have these at least pretty decent quality cams, so that way there is no confusion. Because it solves the problems. That should be 100% requirement, and not all police departments have this. But at the end of the day, I see that at the end of the day, we're seeing people trying to use the BLM movement as a way to get out of their crimes, to get paid, because, you know, in the current modern society, this is what they do. They'll do it to get paid, or they'll do it to avoid all avoid all accountability. And this is something that, you know, again, the Democrats have brought up. Now, you want to say that, oh, well, why do you say the Democrats? Well, the Democrats are the only ones that are talking about this, right? They're the only ones that are talking about BLM and Antifa and how great it is, and how most of their stuff is peaceful protests, right? Well, when you have this type of, you know, is society to where BLM is, you know, seen as this great thing, and everybody hates cops currently, they're going to use it to their advantage, and that's normal for anybody to do. I mean, if grape is allowed and there is no repercussions for it, then yeah, of course, people are going to take advantage of the system. Even people that probably wouldn't have done grape will probably do grape because it is allowed. So when you continuously allow things to happen, it's a problem. It's the same thing where we go to where they made it to where shoplifting is like a slap on the wrist. Well, since shoplifting is a slap on the wrist, guess what? You see a whole bunch of people just committing crimes that normally they wouldn't do. So, I mean, it's not really a good thing. And BLM has caused more damage than any good. It's harmed the black community more than it has actually helped. It has done damage to our society to where we're making black men do this. And it's a problem. Now, obviously, I think also a reason why we have bad black men in general, or why black men or young teenage boys are such a problem, is due to the fact that a household that does not have a father in it. There's so many single mother households in the black community that is leading the boys to be like this, where there's no father figure. So we need to fix this problem entirely, and this is insane. So they go out to. So this guy goes out to lie, tries to, if the lawyer doesn't know about this video, then he's lying to his lawyer. If his lawyer does know, well, then the lawyer is also part of the problem. And this is where we're at in society, to where we're going to use a movement to accuse of us, to resolve or remove all of our actions, all of our accountabilities. It's just insanity. Well, I guess it's where we are. Alright, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.